Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to take a good photograph of your artwork for things like submitting it to art shows, a portfolio, your classwork, or even just to be able to share with people on Instagram. So, one thing that I notice a lot of times people do when they're taking photos of their artwork to turn in is that they just take a random picture of their artwork with all kinds of background stuff, with everything going on behind you, and all kinds of glare. They haven't really been thoughtful in how they take the photograph. So, today we're going to give you 3 tips of how to take a better picture. Number one, try to not have too many things in the background. You can either just take a closer picture, or if that crops off too much of your image, you can go ahead and take a picture a little further away and then crop it later on. Tip number 2 is right now, because my light source is directly in front of my painting, it has a lot of glare all over the place. So, tip number 2 is how to change your lighting source. Number 1, you might want to think about using an indirect lighting source. Instead of having the light directly in front, we're going to change the angle just a little bit, and that's going to get rid of a lot of the glare. You can also try changing the angle by tipping it more forward or a little bit further back. So I've got this at a little bit of an angle right now. That's not bad, so I'll take a picture from there. The third common mistake that I see people do is not focusing on their actual project. Instead, they have focus on something in the background and their project remains blurry. So make sure you actually hit the button to focus on your artwork and then take your picture. I also want to show you today just a couple of things about how to edit your image. So this is a previous image. Let's see if we can go back to our recents. Okay, you really have a lot of editing software built right into your iPad. So if you go to edit, a couple of quick and easy fixes is to go to the cropping tool on the left-hand side of the screen. You can straighten by twisting your picture around, although sometimes that skews the perspective. Right now, mine is set at a bit of an angle, so I'm actually going to change that a little with the skew buttons so that I can really get my painting to line up and fill the frame. I may also just need to crop in a little bit here and there, which is perfect. Now, sometimes when you take a picture, it still is a little too light or a little too dark, so you can go to the other adjustments here and change things like the exposure to make it a little brighter or a little darker. I really try when I am submitting my artwork to things to not edit too much away from the original artwork unless I'm submitting it as digital work. So, but sometimes you need to like change just a couple things. If your light is weird in your house, you might need to go to warmth to help things look warmer or cooler depending on the light source. And there you go. Once your photo is edited, you can go ahead and submit it.